We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas. Halfway between Joshua Tree and Area 51 in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
And today is Thursday, October 8th, 2020. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, David.
The ancient magical ritual you're about to experience is unique in the world, written and performed from the first-person perspective of Jesus of Nazareth. This rite comes from the first book of Yahweh, rediscovered beneath the sands of Egypt in a document called the Bruce Codex. In 1769. This morning we have a bit of an obscured sunrise. It's another synthetic sunrise here in the Mojave Desert. We are observing next to Mount Charleston. On the other side of that mountain is Las Vegas, and you can see all of these synthetic clouds up here this morning. These are not natural clouds. This is caused by geoengineering. And this is the reason why every day we have an intention as part of this ritual to restore the purity of our air.
Because this is the true source of the pollution.
This is the real source of pollution. They're spraying all of that garbage in the air constantly and telling us we need to keep it clean.
No, we are clean. It is
They're
they
not.
who need to change.
They need to stop spraying that garbage. Right. All right,
Yes.
so shall we get started?
Let's get started.
Now that they know it's another chemtrail sunrise in Las Vegas.
That's right.
All righty.
The sun is the dispenser of light to the earth. May the living light of the God Force inflame our souls with abundant life.
Our destiny lies amongst the stars, and to the stars humanity shall ascend.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. Breathe deeply. Feel each breath as it moves you, moves your muscles and bones, moves your lungs. And as you are breathing deeply and feeling deeply into each and every part of yourself, visualize yourself as the tree of life. However it is you imagine that tree to be. And grow your branches up high into alpha sky. Drive your roots down deep into omega earth. I call on you in the east, alpha. I call on you in the west, omega. I call on you in the north, alpha. I call on you in the south, omega.
Alpha.
Et omega.
The beginning.
And the end.
And the path of the age between. Sunrise.
And sunset.
And the path of the sun between. Birth.
And death.
And the path of life between. Welcome back for sunrise here at Columnhenge. For those of you who might be here for the first time, we congregate here every single morning at sunrise in the Mojave, that is, and we rebroadcast the ritual all day long. For those of you who live in different time zones, you can watch it anytime, day or night. You're welcome to join us here for this ritual, whether live or on RESTREAM. It works either way. This is a most unusual congregation because here in the state of Nevada, due to governor overreach, because of the COVID panic, we still here in this state have a limit on physical congregation of 50 people in any church, whereas casinos can have hundreds and hundreds. Sadly, thanks to the sellout John Roberts on the Supreme Court, this has been actually upheld by the Supreme Court. So we, as a consequence, have moved completely online with our congregation, and we are congregating every single day with more than 50 because we gather online from all around the world across time and space. So, welcome back, and let us begin. We begin by reaching out with the energy of our energetic bodies to reconnect with the invisible God force energy all around us. And reconnecting with this divine light, Holy Spirit energy, we call upon the angels in the invisible, watchers of the 21st treasury of light. Attend. Ozaz. Ozaz. Eoes. Eoes. Azaies. Azaies. Alpha.
Omega.
Let the watchers withdraw, and let us enter into the 21st treasury of light. And there are 12 heads in my Father's treasury, and these are the names that are in the places when they sing praises to my Father, and he gives light power to them. O mighty angel, head in the place of the east, first of 12, we invoke you. Zo, zo, ze-ai. Zo, zo, ze-ai. Second of 12, Zo, ho, zai. Zo, ho, zai. Third of 12, To, za, za, ksai. To, za, za, ksai. Fourth of 12, Na-o, za-e, i-a-i. Na-o, za-e, i-a-i. Fifth of 12, Marazaz. Marazaz. Ozaez. Sixth of 12. Ozaez. O mighty angel, seventh of 12, head in the place of the west, we invoke you. We call upon you by your secret name, left to us by the living Jesus through his apostles. Ozeia, Ozeia. 8th of 12, Oza, Oza. Oza, Oza. Now this name is one that is missing one letter, but the letter that is missing is in between two consonants, and judging by the incidence of vowels, it is 72% likely it's an alpha. Therefore, 9th of 12, we call upon you, O mighty angel, Osahozoza. Osahozoza. O mighty angel, 10th of 12, head in the place of the north. Ozayauz. Ozayauz. Eleventh of 12. Nai eozaze. Nai eozaze. And 12th of 12. A bit of a tongue bender due to three vowels altogether at the beginning. Nazaz. Nazaz. And so we completed our journey through the places. Invoking each of the 12 mighty angels, head in its proper place, until at length we came into the place of the center, the place of the midst of the treasury of light, the place of the middle, the place of the father of the treasury. O Father of the 21st treasury of light, by your cipher and by your name, we invoke you. O-A-Z-I. O-A-Z-I. Let the divine light descend. It is today our magical intention and our fervent prayer, as it is every single day, to establish human liberty worldwide.
Human liberty worldwide!
Set my people free.
Set my people free!
Restore the purity of our air,
Restore the purity of our air.
of our water,
Restore the purity of our water.
of our food,
Restore the purity of our food.
and our medicines.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect the integrity of our genetic code.
Protect the integrity of Homo sapiens' genetic code.
And protect us and deliver us from the coronavirus.
Protect us and deliver us from the coronavirus.
And from the panic-demic.
And especially from the panic-demic.
May all those who search for the abundant life promised by the living Jesus come to discover their energetic soul and how to feed it. And then may all discover the magic of Jesus so that we may know how, in the moment of death, not to return again to this planet in bondage, but to rise on the plains, ascending into the kingdom of light, the kingdom of the Father, the kingdom of heaven. All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus. And we ask that the demons be driven back. Drive back the demons, O mighty angels. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hearing our prayer. Thank you for being here. And we ask that you grant, it's already underway, that you grant a free and fair election. America is voting, folks, and there are people trying to steal our votes. They're finding piles of ballots in trash cans, in dumpsters, in very strange places. So we ask that you protect this election, Father. Protect this election and grant us a free and fair election. Protect our votes, that the American people shall truly have a voice in our future. All these things we ask, and punish anyone who tries to steal the election. Let them be exposed for the vulgar ruffians they are. All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing together helps bring more God Force energy into your daily experience. As you have more God Force energy, so you have more resources at your disposal to make your life better. We all understand that the lives that we live can be improved. Even those who are living seemingly perfect lives can look within their own lives and see places where adjustments and perfections can be made. When you lose the drive to make your world what you want it to be, what that shows is that your will has been broken. It is a sad thing when I look out on the people and I see that their spirits have been broken. There are so many in the United States who have given up. You know, I remember this psychological experiment that was discussed in college where a dog was put into a cage with an electrified floor. And when the electricity was turned on, of course, the dog jumped and barked and yelped and complained. And then the experiment drags on, and there's a point at which the dog just gives up and just lays down and allows itself to be shocked. And that's exactly what I see going on in the world right now. I see my own American family just lying down and taking it. And it saddens me to such an extent. Do not allow your will to be broken. This is what God Force energy is for. God Force energy is for those moments when you just want to lay down and let it happen anyway. No, you must fight. That is why we are here. We are here to grow our willpower, to become strong, to learn that the greatest power is to stand up after you have fallen down. It's just like keeping something that you already have. It doesn't take as much energy to keep something you already have as it does to try and recreate that which you have lost. And I tell you, your will may be broken, but it's not lost. You still have a willpower. You still have the ability to reach into yourself, to look and see, what is it that I want? And know that through the power of God force that you can have what you want. What you want is not that much. I can see it as I'm talking to you now. The desires in your heart are not so great. You're not begging for your 5th mansion. You're not asking God for a 7th Lamborghini. No, you're asking for your life to be made just ever so slightly easier, so that you can take off the mask, so that your children can go to school, so that you can go to church. You just want the simple things in life returned to you. And I tell you, you can have these things if you're willing to breathe in God force energy and then act on it. This tyranny will continue until we say, no! No, I won't continue with this anymore. No, I refuse to wear it. I stop, I quit. No more will I take this. Until you personally do it, things will not change. I am begging you. The angels are begging you. All of eternity is begging you. Stop with the insanity. Take off the mask. Remember your humanity. You're in danger of losing it. And the only thing that you need in order to strengthen your will, to straighten your spine, and to make you strong and determined is God force energy. Just breathe it in. Feel how it fires you up and inspires you. Feel how it makes you feel good, how it is so satisfying to you to breathe in this energy and to feel its warmth wash over you, and to feel comforted by it like a warm blanket, and to be nurtured by it like a healthy meal. God force energy is all these things. And when you are filled with God force energy, there is room for no lies. When you are filled with God force energy, you don't have time to do what the world tells you. You're too busy doing what God tells you to do. And God is telling you to be free. That is the true message of everything we've been telling you. You are free. But you have to act like you're free in order to be free. The more you act like a slave, the more you're going to be a slave. Stop acting like a slave. You'll be free when you act free. And all it takes is breathing in God force and having faith in that God force and faith in the ability of you and your neighbor and the rest of powerful America to stand up and do what's right. And you'll know what's right today when that opportunity arises. And you'll breathe in a deep breath of God force energy, and you'll know exactly what to do, because power and strength and confidence and knowledge are all yours for the taking when you breathe in the God force.
Thank you, Leslie, for that stirring message. I actually have something to add to that. Folks, we are already under the yoke of medical martial law to varying degrees depending on where we are in the world, but it's already here. No matter what they tell you, they are not going to take it off unless we make them take it off. They will not surrender this power easily, this extra power that they got through medical tyranny. But we have to be smart about this. If you live in Victoria, Australia, you don't want to go outside without a mask because you'll be arrested. If you take off the mask there, it's already too late. They will wrestle you to the ground, throw handcuffs on you, and throw you in jail. If you're on an airplane, on Delta Airlines, if you take off your mask and you resist there, they will ban you for life from their airlines. We have to be smart about this. Here in the United States, and I suspect also in other countries, but here in the United States, we have laws that protect us. Be smart. Read your governor's order on masks. You must read the actual text. Look it up on the internet and read the text. Here in Nevada, there are 7 categories of exemptions and exceptions. One of them is homelessness. You can always say you're homeless. Another one is medical. and disability. And it's absolutely forbidden in the governor's order itself for businesses to ask you to prove your disability. Now, another thing, the problem that we've seen here in Nevada, is that at least here in Nevada, OSHA, the Occupational Safety Hazard Administration, is misrepresenting the governor's order to the businesses. They are telling them that everyone is required to wear a mask. They're not telling them about the exceptions. These exceptions are there for a reason, because the entire governor's order would be illegal if they weren't there. Trust me, if our tyrannical governor of Nevada could issue a mask mandate without those exceptions, he would. So we have to get smart. We have to use the exceptions. When people ask you why you refuse to wear a mask, you say you have a medical exception, or that you're homeless and you're exempted because of that. When you're on an airplane, don't resist openly. If you resist openly and take off your mask, you'll be banned for life. But you must be smart about this, because there's an exception for when you're eating or drinking. So if you absolutely must take an airplane, drive if you can to stay away from the tyranny, but if you absolutely must take an airplane and you don't want to wear that face muzzle, you take plenty to eat and drink with you. You'll be nibbling and sipping for the entire flight as soon as you get into the area past where the seatbelt sign is. So there are ways of going about this. We must go about this smart. We're not free anymore. We're already under medical tyranny. So we must accept that, and our resistance must be tailored to fight the weaknesses in that medical tyranny. So thank you all so much for coming out today. We really appreciate your being here. We will be here for you and with you again tomorrow morning at sunrise, and we'll be rebroadcasting this ritual today throughout the day. So thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate your being here, and we would appreciate if you visit us at alphaomega.church and perhaps leave us a donation. We're an old-fashioned church. We depend entirely and completely on our congregation for our support. Speaking of which, we just released a new course, Spellcasting Essentials. It has been now for 1 week during its initial release on 1/2 off sale. That sale ends today. So you might want to consider getting this amazing new course and supporting this mission, supporting the work of Alpha Omega through the purchase of that course at the same time, and get half off today of the full price. It's a win-win situation, folks. You finance the second coming of the Magick of Jesus, and at the same time, you learn some amazing new technology on how to improve your life. So thanks again for coming out. Once again, alphaomega.church. We'll see you here again tomorrow. And until then, as always, as Jesus said, remember, have faith and expect a miracle.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work better than expected.